one at a time through this, not one at a time, but in a single file line through a tunnel like that. So it is interesting that Russia pretty quickly was so proud of this that they announced the results when, had they not done so, they maybe would have been able to exploit this a little bit further. Now, turning over to the Ukrainian response, and maybe this is the reason that Russia felt confident in saying something, because we did see that Ukraine at least had an idea as to what was happening here. Ukraine's general staff confirmed on Saturday evening that a Russian sabotage and assault group had used the pipeline to gain a foothold outside of Sudzha. A Telegram post said Russian troops were detected in a timely manner and that Ukraine responded with missiles and artillery. And that's the footage that I'm going to show here. So this was also popping up on Russian Telegram channels, confirming the location of these strikes as being very near or right on top of the actual pipeline where the Russians would be popping out. So it looks like at least some of those Russian soldiers were eliminated as soon as they came above ground. Turning back to the general staff, they say, quote, currently Russian special forces are being detected, blocked, and destroyed. The enemy's losses in Sudzha are very high. Then we actually have a journalist that was on the ground in Kursk Oblast, Yuri Butasov, reporting with Ukrainian Pravda, who said that around 100 Russian soldiers used the gas pipeline to reach the position of Ukraine's defense forces near the area of Sudzha on the morning of March 8th. He said, quote, the enemy used a gas pipeline and came out an area in. The precise location is concealed for security purposes, up to about 100 people. It was not a surprise, as we knew about this action, but the focus had been shifted to Kurilovka a few days prior, where other attacks had been taking place. Said the Russians had been preparing for this operation for several days, clearing the area with aerial bombs. Ukrainian Pravda does not know what happened to the Russian forces who passed through the pipeline, nor whether they managed to reach Sudzha itself. When asked why, if Ukraine knew about this operation taking place, they didn't blow up the pipe, the source said it was impossible to do that, given the logistics. Makes me think that maybe there was a hint that something like this could be happening, but if there was clear early warning, you have to believe that Ukraine would have taken more deliberate action to close this off. So maybe they got an indication right as Russians were starting to come out, or they even saw them as they were coming out and figured out what was happening and responded in time. But it's hard to believe right now that there was all that much advance warning of this actual operation taking place. But again, pretty interesting, unique footage, brand new, coming out from Operation Stream. Again, a pretty secret Russian mission using a gas pipeline to infiltrate Ukrainian lines in Kursk. But that's all I've got for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.
You put out one fire, another one breaks out. That's the situation in West Asia. Things had just started to stabilize in Gaza and Lebanon, but there's a new flashpoint in Yemen. It's the Houthis versus the United States. On Saturday, President Donald Trump announced a military operation. He accused the Houthis of piracy and terrorism. The Houthis, as you would know, are an armed group in Yemen. They are funded and backed by Iran. They control Yemen's capital, Sana'a, and the northwest. Now, Trump had a message for them. If your attacks do not stop, hell will rain down upon you. That's what he told the Houthis. Later that day, he did exactly that. The US launched airstrikes on Houthi targets. They mainly hit the capital Sana'a and the Houthi stronghold of Sada. The US military posted videos of the attack. Take a look at this.